Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 and the Fate of Iberia expansion. So sorry we haven't had a video for a few days here, so you already know the situation, and it hasn't been going well, either part of the process, selling the house or buying it. Had some issues with both of those areas, unfortunately, so here's what it is. We're trying our best to get the videos out. Actually, I was supposed to record yesterday, but we didn't have any power. The power was out for 2 hours, but then before and after that, about an hour before and an hour after, it was flickering constantly. So I wasn't sure if I should record, since I could lose everything that I recorded if the power shut off again. But anyways, let's go and hop into today's episode. I wanted to note just how large this Khanate has become. Now, given this territory is all pretty low development, so we got one development here. Maybe a little bit higher throughout some of these provinces, but yeah, it's not highly developed territory. But yeah, they do have a lot of territory overall. So if you recall, we left off in this war where we're currently winning, but they're about to finish up at least one of these sieges here. I did check, and there's no chance we can get there in time. If you just look at their total time to get over, it's going to be 40 days. So not anytime soon, guys. Therefore, I don't see the point on even attempting to go over there when we wouldn't be able to fight them with the mountain bonus. Like, maybe if we get them to come over here and attack us, perhaps that would work out. You'd have to do it in a non-fort province like this one here. But yeah, we'll just see what happens. What do they do after that siege is finished? But this one here is 13 months, but it's not in the mountains. It's in the hills. So yeah, I think we're just going to wait and see what they do after they finish that siege. Maybe we can get them to come over here and attack us. Maybe not. The other option would be to go after the capital. And I almost want to go that route, but I want to see if we can't get them to engage us here in the mountains. I think they'll likely just sit here and do the siege, though. We'll see. We'll see what happens. By the way, all these are the prisoners. I went ahead and dealt with them. There's 4 prisoners, and basically just converted them or got a hook on them or whatever, just to get the prison emptied out. Couldn't get any money from any of them, which is what we really need. Now we could go here also to move this way and get into this province, but they might just attack us there, in which case we'd be fighting in the forest, outnumbered, unless our allies come and assist us. So honestly, we're kind of in a bad situation. So let's just keep going this way, guys. Again, we could do sieges, but I don't think that's going to work in our favor. And we have the numbers right now. Can we go this way? Let's go this way. Yeah, we got the numbers at this moment. It does look like the troops are going to follow us, the allies. So if we can do this before the siege is up, then I think we should, which I don't see why we wouldn't be able to get there in 11 months. Yeah, I think that's our best option right now, guys. Alright, so we'll go here next, and let's go ahead and bring these guys. I'm trying to stay away from that province so they don't attack us. We get the river bonus, but it's not going to be enough. So we'll start moving over here again. We got time to get over there, so we could take the long way. And you know, he's going deeper in debt too. We saw that already, but they already have some debt here. Now let's go ahead and get into this province here and hope they don't attack us. We could also go through this way, but that takes longer to get over there. But yeah, we really don't want to be attacked there. But you know, he could just attack us over here. You know what? This is what we'll do. Yeah, we'll go right there so that we'll get the hill bonus. And that should be, we should have enough time to go over there. Alright, so these guys are going to follow behind him. And yeah, we'll attack them in the hills, and hopefully our allies come with us. It looks like they're coming. The question is, are we... Yeah, we're losing supplies this whole way. So yeah, we want to make sure we don't have any penalties for the supplies. And we'll see if they attack us. They could just attack us in the hills and leave the siege. But yeah, we are definitely going to be outnumbered here, guys. That's clear. We could go into this territory just so we're not... taking so much attrition while we wait. We did sway this character here. Is this our spy master? Yes, it is. So we'll do it one more time. Get his health up, or excuse me, his opinion up a little bit more. Yeah, we'll go over here so that these guys can go over here and maybe for a little while stack up on supplies. Hopefully the other army comes. It looks like they are. All right, so they're all spreading out right now, so we need to do the attack to get them to come with us. And I'm hoping the allies, yeah, here's the 1900, but we need his 2000. For some reason, he did not change direction. Oh, there he goes. All right, so now he's going that way. We are looking like we'll get a victory here. That's because those 60 600 men aren't there yet. Then we have the additional 3,500. As of right now, we are still set to win. This is a big battle for us, guys. So you can see that without those troops there, we'd probably lose. But with them, we'll probably win. So we'll just see what happens here, guys. I did want to see which one of the generals is leading, because I might have let the wrong guy. Nope. We're good to go. So we got our character in charge here. We have the 37 advantage. That's not bad at all. Yeah, that's pretty good. And clearly got more troops. So I think we're going to get a win here. I don't know how much more space we had. Enough. Yeah, a little bit more space there. And then we can get rid of that siege. We can take that back, I should say. And then maybe go after the capital or do another battle, though there might not be any war score for that. Yeah, we're already sitting at max. So essentially, we got to get the rest of the points from sieges. That's okay. We killed a ton of troops. Good God. We also killed their commander. I don't know how good he was before he got injured and everything. Looks like he was pretty good. Decent anyways. Yeah, killed a ton of troops. That's not bad at all. And of course, Prince Ali is serving us great here. And we killed several of their knights, it looks like. Yeah, that went pretty well. Alright, so now we need to get this one here in the capital. What I think we might do is just go follow them. Like, how many troops could they possibly have left, right? So what if we just follow them in here, and we'll take the attrition if we have to. So we'll go up this way. And then we'll have the other army follow behind here in a little bit. We don't want them in the same provinces all the way there. Alright. So we can start doing sieges, and I'm also expecting our allies will siege this down for us, but maybe not. I don't know what they're going to do. Looks like they're going to siege it down. Alright, excellent. Getting all kinds of penalties because of that huge debt that we currently have. Unfortunately, this war is it's been very expensive, and you know, we didn't build up a war chest, so weren't prepared for it. Yeah, they did go back to the capital, and it looks like they're going to come right back. And that could put us in a bad situation here, because our other troops are like really slow apparently, and so we gotta hope that like our allies come over here to help us. Can we get out of there in time? No. All right, so we are stuck there. Damn, that's not good. And I don't think our allies are gonna leave these sieges for the battle. Maybe. All right, so they're not gonna come now because they'd be outnumbered. And this would be a good place to attack, I feel. Yeah, he's severely lacking supply, as you guys can see, where we're, you know, not great on supply, but it's not bad. Would we win if both of the armies were heading over there? No, probably not. Alright, so that's unfortunate. Yeah, he would have around the same number of troops, right? Yeah, it'd be, you know, similar numbers here. I'm not entirely sure why we would lose this. It just looks like the better commander is what's going to get us. I mean, it's not a for sure loss, but I don't really want to do it. Probably will lose. So we should probably just retreat and then let them attack us in a more defensive location. I don't want to take any risk here, guys. There's really no reason to. We're at 75%, and we got the ticking war score, so we can kind of avoid battle and still win this. Alright, so now they will be attacking us again. Alright, so now we gotta go here. Will we get defensive bonuses? I think we will. It's on the plains, but I think we're gonna get some defensive bonuses here. Yeah, so being here and fighting is a much better situation. But they're probably not gonna do it. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna do it. But if they did, we'd be in a very good situation here. So I almost want to go ahead and let them stay here. Can we collect supplies? We can. So, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. Because there's no way he can supply all these troops here. And he's already short on supplies. So what we should do is let him lock there before we attack. Because you can see he's just going to keep on canceling if we don't. So Snow is a rodent killer. And thus we are now rat-free, getting a huge health boost. Which is very nice. So we'll take that. Alright, so this is going to be the big battle, guys. I mean, big battle for us with no assistance for allies. They'll keep doing those sieges. And And so we're going to move over here, and you can see it's still a probably lose. But those 2,000 have seen this as being too risky, and thus they're not going to fight. So we will win this. And our allies are coming as well. Okay, so there's that too. And they might even be able to engage them in battle here, but remember, winning these battles doesn't do anything for us. We're already at 50%. So one of our vassals, he is injured, severely injured. Okay, well hopefully he recovers. It's part of war. People die. But yeah, winning all these battles here is not going to help us. I wish they would have stayed there and do the siege if they weren't going to come over here when I needed them. So that battle is done, and we did fantastic. Them not having those extra 2,000 was part of that. But yeah, I really almost feel like we should just eat the attrition and wipe out their army. You might even be able to capture the leader. I don't know if he's actually leading his troops right now. Looks like that's a no. Which makes sense. He's not a very good leader. He's an old man too. So yeah, he's not leading the troops. So yeah, we could go after that siege there. We kind of got to keep our troops close together. But yeah, if we're over here, yeah, if we can't get the allied support, that's the problem. If I go after these sieges here, guys, and we should probably move these guys back. But yeah, if we go in here and go after these sieges, then we won't get any allied support, and they'll be the ones to get the defensive bonuses, which essentially ensures they'll win those battles. So that's why I'm hesitant to go further in their territory as long as their troops are over here. It was one thing when they were over here, but that's not the case anymore. I don't want to win by taking war score though, because that'll take forever. And we're going in debt right now, deep in debt. So slipping away. This is another one of the character trait events for our son, Prince Aiden, the handsome one. He's already got the impatient trait, so we can keep that for him, or go with shy or gluttonous. So he is going with the martial education. So impatient doesn't hurt him that bad. So I think we'll probably just keep him with the impatient trait. I don't think this is the one that we're looking at playing as. This is the third son, or these guys are the same age, probably because they're from different mothers. So I can't really say. I assume that's a different mother, yeah. So I don't know if he's a third or fourth son, but we were looking at this son of ours to be our heir. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to spend any points here. We're just going to do it with the impatient. Yeah, we don't want to gain stress, although we do have a lot of space here for stress if we wanted to. But yeah, I don't want to go into their territory just yet. Let's see what these guys do, our allies. Because if they go into the territory, then that's fine. That works with us. That's what we kind of want them to do. They're going right back to their sieges. Okay. Well, they did just lose a lot of troops. So we might be able to get away with a defensive battle. I don't know. Let's take a look. We do have to avoid them attacking us, though. Like this army, I mean. Although it'd probably be better if they did attack that army, actually, because they want to get the defensive bonuses there. We really need to get out of this Iberian, the hostility phase for the Iberian struggle, because this is what's slowing this down so much. So if we just look at this here, the cultural acceptance is going up by 0.19 because of a negative 50% modifier from hostility. So I assume that's what it's from. It's from the phase. I'm sure if we looked in here, yeah. Well, at least there's the one there, the cultural acceptance gains. That's negative 25%. I don't know if there's another additional penalty there, but yeah. Oh, and this is the educator for one of our sons. So essentially we need to find him a new educator, and that's going to be a stewardship one. So this guy was good because he was quick and he had the good stewardship rating. So now we got to find somebody else. So if we were just looking for a stewardship character, because I don't see anybody that has good stewardship and the intelligence traits. I looked in the vassals as well. So yeah, we'll just go with our wife here. This isn't her kid, but you know, she doesn't have any children of her own, and it doesn't look like she's going to. So we'll let her spend time with her stepson. So yeah, we'll have her educate him. We don't want him to be converted or anything. Alright, so got a new guardian. And it looks like he's bouncing over this way. Okay, so he's not going to the capital. Alright, so he's way back here. We should have collected supplies before we came in here. I mean, this army is really the only army that needs the supplies, honestly. So we could, like, I don't know. How long is the siege going to take? Only 5 months. So we'll just let the siege go and hope we don't get attacked, essentially. Because, yeah, the allies here would not get here in time, I don't think. And then with the defensive penalties, that'd probably be a defeat for us, guys. But if they're able to finish these sieges up, but I guess that's one problem too, is if you let them attack us, then they'll probably leave the sieges. And they're not sieging here, for whatever reason. He's going back home, because he's got a rebellion that he has to deal with. Alright, so unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. But you do have the 5,000 troops. You left a few as well, 1,700, 1,800 troops here, to work on the siege, which will be done in 6 months. So with those 2 sieges completed, as long as we don't lose a battle, I think we'll win there. So remember, we have him going down the intrigue education. He's the one that I'm looking at for perhaps being the heir. So do we want calm? We've already had that. It's fine. It's a good trade, I suppose. But the other options might be better, particularly Brave. Brave's pretty good to have. So I almost want to go with that, even though he's not a martial character. What are we currently? We're Brave, I know. But I mean, both of these are traits that we've already had. Could go with Zealous. We've had that once before as well. But yeah, I think we're going to do the Brave one. I like the idea of calm and diligent. You know, that's what we'll go with, since our current character is Brave, and we want some different stuff, even though calm's one that several of our characters already had. That's okay. Alright, so let's go and speed this up because we're just waiting for sieges, although we do need to pay attention to enemy armies marching up, because if they come this way, which they won't if they don't think they can win, and they don't have the numbers anymore, they've taken far too many casualties at this point, we can allow these two to marry. I don't even know who they are. But yeah, there's already a character here who's inbred, so that could come down the line. But yeah, I don't know who these characters are. I don't know if I arranged the marriage or... yeah, I'm not entirely sure. So let's just go and send it off. Let them get married. That could have been one of the characters I got from the prison as well and recruited. So they're going to attack them over here, which is in the mountains. And they're probably going to get defensive bonuses. That's a good attack, honestly. Yeah, I think that's going to work out for them. So that'll get them the battle score ticked down. Though really, it shouldn't. Because it should be stacked up enough. It's at plus 65%. Maybe not. But it's not going to take it down that much, is the point. And some of those troops are deciding to leave. Okay, yeah, they're getting out of there. Makes sense, because they're probably not going to win that. We did get a notable guest here. He's a former peasant leader, rough terrain expert, and he's got some... he's decent. Yeah, not bad at all. We probably would like to recruit him, in fact. We just don't have any money. He's 53, though. But yeah, I was thinking as a knight he'd be great, despite his old age. But yeah, we don't have any money to recruit him, so the only way really to get him is to grant him a title that we don't really have to grant him right now, so maybe something to consider, that we do have an okay knight. I mean, he's okay because of his age. His prowess of 18 is really good for what we've currently got. Better than the majority of our guys. But yeah, this is going to be the feat, of course. We do have a royal court event proposal deal. So this is just somebody trying to buy our cat. And while we do need the money, would we do that? Would we sell the cat? I kind of feel like no. I don't know, because you're greedy, so you want money. But at the same time, you don't want to share anything. You certainly don't want to share your cat. And this is not a good deal for us, just based on what the cat is granting us with the health boost and the intrigue and learning. And the other health boost. Yeah, I mean, huge health boost here. It's just not worth it. And that's how I think we would judge this. So we're just going to have to lose some court grandeur because we're not getting rid of the cat. Our wife demanded we get rid of the cat. We said no. If we can win this siege here before the battle's over, then yeah, that'll be enough. Yeah, they won't get the points from that. And that might be enough to stop us from winning, but too late for them. Alright, so let's go and enforce our demands. That battle became completely irrelevant. And so we have won and seize control of this additional county here. Let me see if there's anything in here we need to be aware of. We can create a new title here, a new duchy. Alright, let's just go ahead and get these guys back into our own territory so we can disband them. Well, I guess we can disband them over here now because the war is over. Alright, so we'll get all those troops disbanded, and now we've got to improve the economic situation. I almost want to hold court with the chance that we might be able to get like a good event here that might get us some money. I don't know. I think we're going to do it. But let's get rid of this title first. So as far as which title we're going to get rid of, might be this one. Let me just take a look at development. We got development 12 over here. How are we looking on development over here? We got 11. I mean, it's all around the same. Obviously not going to give out the capital. I mean, it's all around the same, guys. You can maybe make the argument to give out this one instead of this one, because this one's all filled up, and you got the duchy building here. So you could say we should keep this one here, and maybe just get rid of something else, like one of the ones over here. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna end up doing. Let's just see which one grants us the most money out of these few here. So this is not getting us much at all, because they don't have many buildings there. Unfortunately, it's not Aragonese, because we want to get rid of those ones so we can try and increase the cultural acceptance. Yeah, I think it's pretty clear that this one here is the worst one. You know, you do have to consider the fact that we don't have good control in this one here. But yeah, I think this is probably the worst one. It's also got a whole bunch of penalties here as well. So I think this is the one we're going to get rid of. I think it makes sense. So let's go and grant it to maybe that guest knight who we were looking at before. I think it makes sense to do it to him, or give it to him, because yeah, he's you know, second best knight we have here. I'm gonna see if there's any other characters, and there's not. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and grant him territory. I know he's old, but he's still pretty good. That's gonna tick down a little bit his prowess, but it might also go up as well if he, you know, does well in battles. So let's just grant him this territory, so we don't have to pay him anything. All right, so we've given out that, and of course our money did tick down since this one has horrible control right now. We're currently increasing the control here, which I think is worth it, because that's got high development. So we'll continue working on that one there. Let's go ahead and do the hold court events, and maybe we'll get some money here. I don't know. We'll have to see, guys. Alright, so this one is an offensive monument. A peasant sets forward carrying a petition. My liege, I come to you as a representative of the Radanites. The peasant briefly pauses his rehearsed speech. Our plea is to see an important monument of our culture restored, and it was ignored by the Wali, or Wali. He is actively hindering us from rebuilding. So he says, my liege, allow me to explain, and this is probably the guy by here. Yeah, this is him right here. And he is that guy who got severely injured in the battle. Automatically, I want to pick his side just because of that. You know, he fought well for us, got really injured. So probably going to pick his side. But he says this monument makes a mockery of our culture. It depicts Yemenis as monsters. So he's Jewish and of our culture. Interesting. But he says, let me explain. This monument makes mockery of our culture, depicts Yemenis as monsters. Surely you can see why I would oppose the restoration of such a hateful monument. Well, I think regardless of our traits here, which there's nothing really to indicate we do any of these, I don't think. We're greedy, so probably don't want to give the money out. But yeah, I feel like we got to do this one. Refuse the request. Simply because he bled for us, man. So that's the first event. Here's a public accusation. So I think we know who this guy is. Ramon. The Sheik. Oh, and she's his wife. Okay, I see. So they say, well, she and her husband approach cautiously. We would have seen that if we had read a little bit first before looking at the characters. And they're wary of the assembled court. My lord, I'm sure someone in the Sultanate is trying to harm my husband. She has no evidence, but she suspects this Wali. Okay, I don't know who this character is, but he's one of our vassals. I'm trying to look at him real quick. Okay. So she suspects this character here. And it seems, just based on this, that they're basing it entirely on his reputation. They have no evidence. They say, I beg you, imprison him. Put a stop to this madness. Well, how would we react to that? I mean, there's no evidence. I'm not exactly a just character. We're either going to want to just get rid of these people so we don't have to talk to them anymore because we're impatient for this whole court thing to end, or we're going to go with the option that is in our best interest since we're so greedy. So we say, by Allah, he must be stopped. This will allow us to rightfully imprison him. We really need to see who he is so we can react accordingly. There is a chance here to do an intrigue challenge against, is it against him? Yeah, it's against him, so we need to take a look. I mean, our intrigue is horrible, so we're probably going to fail it, unless he's just much worse than we are. I mean, he's pretty good at it. That's his primary skill here. So probably not going to succeed in an intrigue check. But yeah, you can say I'll question him. I think that's probably spending too much time on this. Just too damn impatient for this. Or you can say malice is not a crime in itself. So could go that way as well, kind of just get rid of him. Well, let's take a look at this character because maybe it's beneficial to us if we get rid of him here. So he's over here. So not really beneficial. He's just, yeah, I mean, he's just a baron. We knew that, but I guess the core here was, I was wondering if it was over here. So we could give it to another local baron, but that's not the case. So, yeah, I think we're just going to say malice is not a crime in itself, just to get him out of the court. So we have no time for this. So Wally Vermudo approaches me with a straighter posture than usual and visibly eager about what he has to say. My liege, there's much to celebrate under your rule. Please allow me to pay for the expenses of your next feast. Perhaps in return you would grant me a favor in the future? Well, we absolutely need money. This is a baron, so he could like force us to give him a county. I mean, that's a possibility. Let's just take a look at who this guy is. Okay, so we have two barons here, it seems. Okay, this is not a baron. I mean, you know, they do it a little bit different here with the titles and stuff for the Muslims, but he's in the city, essentially. Okay, and then he's in the temple. Got it. Yeah, I'm so used to the playing as a Christian, so it's so different here. But what's most advantageous to us? So we say, very well, I accept. We're going to get 200 gold. That'll get us closer to being out of debt, which would be great, because the longer we stay in debt, the more penalties we're going to get here. So it's helpful, but do we want to give him a hook? He'll probably force us to give him the county, is what I expect. And that's one of our more profitable counties. So I don't really like doing that. And then the next time we host a feast, we'll get increased court grandeur. So that'll be helpful. Instead, we say no strings attached. Your liege demands it. We'll actually lose stress because we're greedy and fits with our character. So Hyatt gets the 200 gold, and we took advantage of his kindness. He's just a baron, so it doesn't really matter. But we all get all the bonuses. We get the feast bonus, we get the money. Or you can say, I'm afraid I cannot accept. I mean, this is what we're going to do, guys. This is what our greedy-ass character is going to do here. So, makes sense. And that was hugely helpful for us because, yeah, we were so deep in debt. So I'm glad we did do the court events. Whenever you are in debt and you do those court events, there's a chance that you'll get one that will generate some money for you. So it worked out nicely for us. We were able to sway the spy master again. I think that's fine. I don't think we need to sway him anymore. As far as the rest of the council, there's a lot of people who don't like us. He really doesn't like us for a variety of reasons. I don't see the point on increasing his opinion because we're thinking about assassinating this guy. Once we get some money, we can pay for some agents. So yeah, probably not going to boost him. This guy is terrified of us, so it's probably not an issue if we don't. He's also wounded. It's probably not an issue if we don't boost his opinion. Marshall doesn't like us that much either. I mean, really, the whole council kind of dislikes us, at least a little bit here. But yeah, I don't think we're going to boost any of them. Didn't we want to learn another language? I think that's exactly what we were wanting to do here. So let's go ahead and start on the Aragonese, is what I'm thinking. And we're just going to see which ones we could learn the language with best. You got a 35% chance here. It's just terrible. Huh. I don't think there's any... I don't know. We'll take a look. But yeah, I don't think there's other Aragonese characters over here. No, we could look in her court and see if she's got anybody else in her court that might be Aragonese. But yeah, there's really no... Oh yeah, here we go. I was going to say, there's really no other way to just find a character easily. Even the character finder, you know, it's not as easy as It really should be. I wish it was a little bit better anyways for finding characters of a certain culture. You know, you can find somebody of your own culture really easy. So these are all 30%, guys. So that's 5%. That's even worse. But very low chance of success here. Alright, we could go with her. But yeah, that's just not. So that's a baby. Oops. Yeah, probably not going to see anybody else here. I mean, maybe this guy. I mean, really, you should just be looking for those traits that we know will boost it. But yeah, I don't know how else we'll find another Aragonese characters easy and quick, so you could just try and learn the language with 35% chance here, and, you know, whatever, if you fail, you fail. We'll try. But yeah, I expect this will be a failure. If we were failing when we were doing like 50% and 65% chances or whatever it was, probably going to fail that one. But it'd be really helpful. Anything we can do to get the acceptance up here. I don't know if that will improve acceptance. I think so. We have a request for a divorce. We've already denied him before. We're going to continue to decline this. He's another character we want to assassinate. We can't do it until 37? Yeah, I think it's 37 is when we'll be able to get that done. We got another martial work. Excellent. So let's go ahead and get the loyalty and respect, increase an opinion of our spouse, and we're going to get more skills from the counselor task. Alright, that's awesome. So right now we're at 10, 15, 18, 5, and 1. I don't know why I looked at all these. I completely forgot that she's only doing the managed domain. But yeah, we can now manage another county. It's a bummer we didn't get that perk before we gave that 1 ounce, but it is what it is. And our son has learned a language. Alright, fantastic. So he can learn another one. Our court grandeur has also increased, so that's good. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get him learning another language, I suppose. Though I'm not entirely sure which one we want to do. Not Iranian. Which one did he learn? Okay, so Iberian Vulgar. So probably the language over here is what I'm thinking. Although we already flipped all the Catalan ones. I'm trying to click on Catalan here. Just see what their language is. That's right. Okay, so probably that one is what I'm thinking. Since that's what we have here. So yeah, it makes sense to have him do that next. And he has space to do one more. So let's get him started here. Just try and make our kids as good as they can be. Here's a Catalan character here. So let's go and have him study his language. And we'll do the same with our other kids as long as they're, you know, capable of learning a second language. And who is this? Our half-brother? Oh, is this one of our younger... Oh, okay. He just came of age. Prince Muhammad, I remember him now. So he's the youngest of our brothers. Remember, we killed Musa. And Hassam, 21 years old. I don't know what he's up to. Clearly nothing. He's been disinherited. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure there's any use for him. Is he even in our lands? No, that's right. He left. I remember getting the notification that he was planning on leaving us. Okay. But yeah, we still have Muhammad here. And he's one of our knights. So we'd want to keep him around. Since our knights aren't great. He's also quick as well. Maybe somebody we might want to give a title to if we ever have any extras. But as of right now, we do not. I don't know, though. We haven't exactly been kind to our brothers, have we? And the King of France won another conflict, it seems. Which, you know, he's lost a lot. So we'll see if he can get back some of that territory he lost. And our cat was able to charm one of our vassals who hates us. So yeah, we'll take that. The cat is incredibly useful. I will say that. And we are out of debt, finally. Excellent. And it didn't take anywhere near as long as I was anticipating. I guess we can get him married. That's the whole reason why we were notified about him coming of age and stuff. Is I just happened to see that he wasn't married here. So yeah, we can go and find him a spouse. One I'm thinking is somebody with some good martial traits, perhaps. Yeah, maybe do that. Makes sense. It will result in him leaving court if that person has a title or anything, so something to consider. But let's go ahead and go through here. We want it to be not too far away in age here, about 5 years, I would say. A fertile character who's healthy, should be a Muslim, and we're looking for those inheritable traits as well. And we don't care about any of this besides not being lowborn. Alright, and then we'll just sort this by, I suppose, martial, but we're looking for like hell traits really, which don't actually affect martial. So we'll still have to kind of go through here. I mean, it looks like this character is the clear choice to me. So that's who we're going to arrange the marriage with. This does form an alliance with some chancellor. But yeah, they'll have 2 potential inheritable traits. Maybe it'll be a good line here. We'll see what happens. So let's go and arrange that marriage. Get that happening. And he accepted, of course. And another trait event here. So this is for Aiden. Aiden is the other kid, other son of ours, that we're the guardian for, doing that martial education. We're trying to get him some good martial traits, but so far, impatient obviously doesn't boost that, and neither does lazy. That actually takes points away. So far, really haven't gotten anything for our handsome, martial son. Yeah, this is Craven. That's even worse. Arbitrary, I guess, would be better. Yeah, I mean, it's better than lazy. So I suppose we'll do that. Arbitrary. Yeah, we gotta spend some stress, but we don't know who we're gonna end up playing as yet. Again, we're just kind of leaning towards, or I'm leaning towards this character. I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. I guess you might want to wait until we have more information. We're still pretty young. We got plenty of time. So let's just see how they do. Because like not all of them are gonna learn a language, for instance. Some of them are slower with doing it, and some of them can only learn the one due to their low learning. So that's the only language he can learn. So we won't set him up to learn anything else. And at faction disbanded. Yeah, now we're just trying to get some money raised up here, so we can try and do some assassinations. And this is actually the character who we want to assassinate. We'll go to his feast because remember, we get some nice bonuses there due to being an eager reveler. And we did finish converting faith. Alright, so I think there's only like, maybe one more province left. We did take a new one, so I guess 2 more. But yeah, we're getting close to being done here. This one is ours, as is the one up here. I think that one's probably going to be better to convert first. So let's go and do that. We'll get them converting. And in here, the Arion House banner has low durability. Is this one of the ones that we have posted? Is there something that indicates that? If it's put up on our wall? I think they're all up on our wall. We don't have a lot of court stuff. So probably, I did want to confirm, because there's no reason for us to boost it. And it looks like it's not. We're not using it. So yeah, no reason to boost it. We'll just let it deteriorate. And we have arrived at the feast. We got a warm welcome. Kind of risky, considering the fact that we don't like this guy going to his feast. Who knows what could happen. So our, at least my favorite heir right now, just learned his 2nd language, and he has room to learn a 3rd one. So let's go and set him up. Learn that next language. And yeah, keep setting us to Iranian here. Is this his mom? No, okay, that's the giant, and yeah, she didn't have any children for us. Unfortunately, no passing that giant trait down, but if he plays this character, he's got the giant betrothed. So maybe, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this language learned, which, yeah, we'll just do this one. Alright, so he's working on that. And so we might actually have some characters come to the throne who can speak other languages, because again, that's really the only way to do it effectively is when they're children. We did get a hook on some character over here. Is it this guy right here? Looks like it. That's from our spouse's excellent stewardship. Alright, so we got a hook on him. As far as what we would do with that, I mean, we already have a hook, so we need to blackmail him. I don't know that there's anything really to do here. Because, yeah, we can't, like, there's nothing for us to change up. It's just nice to have a hook on somebody who has so many roles in your court. He is gout-ridden, unfortunately. He's an older guy, and he's a decent doctor, so it'll be sad when we lose him. All right, so yeah, everybody's getting through these languages. He has not. Did he learn it? Was this something else? Did I miss it? I thought it said he learned it. Did he fail or something? I didn't read it. I just assumed. All right, maybe we'll take a look at him in a minute. Maybe it just needs an update or something. I'm not entirely sure. We are looking at a dangerous faction rising up here. No characters, just peasants. And it'll be 12 months, so we'll have to fight that out, unfortunately. Yeah, let's let this play for a minute, and then we'll take a look at Aiden again and see what happened there. Yeah, he didn't learn a language, so either he failed or that wasn't what that was about. He's still studying language. Okay, so that didn't have anything to do with language. I don't know what that was for then. We finally got somebody who can be sponsored, somebody who's inspired, and she's a master by her peers. A metalsmith inspiration. How much money does she want? Well, we have it. I had other plans for the money, but yeah, this is not something you get every day. You don't get masters just wanting to create something for you. So yeah, it makes sense to grant the money to her. All right, so this alliance was ended. He just died, and we've already had this event. Snow has given us a gift of 2 gold. All right, well, it helps. I appreciate it. So he has finished up learning a language, Idris, and it's interesting because none of these are popping up that they've learned, like his has. Yeah, the other characters aren't. Did I click on the wrong language or something? Yeah, I need to look when that pops up. Because yeah, one of those popped up earlier. Saying something about a language that had been learned and the character didn't reflect that. Alright, so inspiration of the highest quality. We can say your project is worth investing in. Give her 105 gold to try and improve it. It'll be of higher quality, with higher opinion. But because we're greedy, we're going to get higher stress. We don't give the money out. But you know what? This is the item that we will get. So, I mean, you don't want to pay, but we want a quality item as well. We are impatient, though, but that's not going to speed this up. Yeah, it doesn't really speed it up or slow it down. So, if it was going to slow it down, then I would say, yeah, we can't do that because it go against, apparently, go against the greedy and go against our impatient. That's not the case, though. We could say, of course, but surely we can get a fair price. In this case, we're not going to pay as much, but it's a diplomacy challenge. And yeah, it doesn't look like we have a great chance of succeeding. But I guess there's really no reason not to do that because we're greedy and we want a fair price. And we have to pay the 105 gold, the 57% chance here, then it is what it is. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Now we can say absolutely guards sees what Laura needs. This is the act of tyranny. Yeah, I don't know that we'd do that. Maybe. Again, if this sped anything up, then for sure, but it doesn't. Yeah, we'll do this one. I think this kind of fits a greedy person. We're trying to haggle a price, pay less money. So let's do that. We'll probably fail, and we did. All right, so now we're actually in debt again. We didn't really have the money to be playing around with this, but you know, we want a good item. We don't have good items here, guys. Our items suck. Though she's working on a goblet, I don't know if that's an item that we'll get there, if it's something we'll put over here, but either way, I mean, we have crappy stuff here too, so. This is a demonstration of leadership. So this is our Marshal Gomez. He's been hovering around my council meetings lately. Knowing his interest in matters of leadership, I cannot help but feel that the man is waiting for me to impress him. I could probably engage him in conversation. On the other hand, it might be better for him to simply see me interacting with my men. There's something to be said for at least pretending to know every soldier's face. Alright, so we could say, let's discuss some methods of communication, gain some martial lifestyle, increase his opinion, or say we should go greet some recruits, and then we'll get the respected figurehead, increased levy reinforcement rate. What would we do here? I don't know, probably just this one. Let's go talk to the men, man. We're a soldier ourselves. Yeah, I guess we'll do that one. I mean, as far as like the bonuses, none of them are great. Levy reinforcement rate's alright, I suppose, but not Not really something we need right now. Yeah, we'll go with that one. We can always use the lifestyle points. And a model for the ages. I can hear my beneficiary Laura muttering to herself from across the hall. I need something great, something epic to make my creation stand out from the uninspired masses. But what? Just what? When her spirited eyes meet mine, she breaks out into a huge smile and waves to me. My lord, what an amazing idea. Just perfect. What do you think of adding your family's motto to your commission? So our family motto, I think, is something we probably don't follow. I think it's never cruel, always industrious. Never cruel, always industrious. And that's going to get us 50 renown if you say, sure, that sounds lovely. Or we can say, it is foolish and unnecessary, and we'll get piety. Well, yeah, we would probably go with the lovely sounding idea of hers. So let's go with that. Get some more renown. So yeah, that's helpful. But yeah, right now, what we need is for her not to ask for any more money, because we don't have it. Everybody's inviting us to a feast, man. We're gonna get huge. This is a sheik, though. So you don't want to insult him. He already doesn't like us. Yeah, we'll accept it. We're gonna get fat doing all these feasts. I mean, you can see he's gluttonous himself. So yeah, we'll go to it, though. We actually have a little bit of stress to lose this time as well. So yeah, this is gonna reduce us back down to 0. And words of war. What right does Wally Emmaus think he has to claim that my ideas of warfare are misguided? Claiming that my ideas would break down the moment combat is met? What does he know, really? So he said, I'd love a chance to settle this on the battlefield. We'll get the discussions on strategy, increase martial, super helpful. And I don't think we're gonna get any points here. I'm not entirely sure this is going to result in anything with the lifestyle, but we'll lose some opinion with the character. That's fine. There's no choices on what we want to do there, of course. And our marshal has increased respect in one of the counties here. Okay, generating some popular opinion. He's almost done over here, and then we'll be able to get him working on somewhere else and further increasing our money. Because you can see we've gone up from like 6.7 to like 10.7. We're done with the feast, and you know, we don't have any more stress to lose, but we've increased opinion with the sheik, so there is that. When is this rebellion gonna fire? In 5 months. 5 more months, guys. Unfortunately, we'll be able to get through over to December through November. We do have to end the episode here. We actually are in 37 now, so we could attempt to assassinate Ali, our uncle. I don't know what the chances are of success. Not high. So we need some agents. Well, we're going to have to put the spy master back on finding secrets. We're going to look at secrets in his court, see if we can't find anything here. We tried to find secrets over here when we wanted to operate against him. Because if we kill him and his son, I mean, now he's got a daughter, so. But at that point, we might have been able to inherit all his territory, but not really the case anymore, is it? But yeah, we could take out him and inherit all his territory because he's got nothing but daughters. Hence why he wants that divorce that we refused to grant him. Not entirely sure why he doesn't just get a secondary spouse, but he hasn't. He's got cancer. His health is ailing, so we might not even have to kill him, but there's no reason not to speed this along. Other than the fact that he's kind of decent. You know, he's good, a really good knight. He's our best knight. He's helped us out in wars for a while now. But yeah, he absolutely hates us because we tried to kill him once before. Luckily, he's terrified of us, so can't act against us. But yeah, I think we'll try and take him out because we don't know how long it's going to take for him to die. Could be a really long time. Could be 10 years. I don't know. Probably not with the cancer, but yeah, legendary blade master. Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's a good commander too. I mean, this marshal isn't great, but he's got some good, very good commander traits. Useful character, but probably more useful dead because we'll get all his titles, which he has a handful of them. He's got what 4 counties, 3 counties, 3 counties and he has that barony there. So yeah, I think we're gonna try and take him out as soon as we get some damn money or some, you know, or maybe some success here with the spy, with our spy master. We'll see if we can't find some secrets. I hope you guys did enjoy today's episode. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next one, and thanks for watching.